Hi guys, welcome back to the latest video. Today we are covering the leaks that came out this morning on chapter 309 of My Hero Academia, titled I Can't Stay Being a Child. And based on this title, I imagine this shows the progression of Deku leaving UA. Without further ado, let's hop right into the chapter. The chapter starts off when we see two heroes from Shindo's school arrive on scene, and we see Deku carrying Muscular in the distance. It seems Deku has absolutely annihilated Muscular, which is what we predicted. Given that Deku in his previous state was able to win, it should be no surprise that Deku won given the progression he's experienced as a character. We then see the citizens who previously refused to evacuate now helping Tatami to carry Shindo, and they say they're going to listen to whatever the heroes have to say. This is a great moment for me to read, given I was already perturbed that the citizens had discredited the heroes and tried to take everything into their own hands. Now they see the folly of their ways and seem to understand that they can't do what these heroes do. Shindo regains his consciousness and he is shown to recognize Deku from the license exam, but he said Deku looked noticeably different, most likely due to his costume and his physical progression he's made. Deku brought Muscular to the police, with Deku still being surrounded by smokescreen to conceal his identity. When the police arrived, he fled and left the unconscious and tied up Muscular for the police to handle. It seems Deku is working as a vigilante to an extent, not even wanting to interact with the police. Deku states that the fourth user's quirk, Danger Sense, had calmed down, and he then contacted All Might, letting him know that he's returning to their place. Once he arrived, All Might checked to see if Deku received any injuries or not. Deku said he was fine though, and his hands are also fine thanks to the support item that All Might had ordered for him from America before the travel ban. This support item is called Mid Gauntlet, and it helps strengthen Deku's body to withstand One For All, but it's still a test sample product, so All Might told Deku to not overdo it before the next battle. Now these panels are super information heavy. Firstly, this seems to imply that Deku and All Might now live together. This is an absolute dream of Deku, and I read a funny comment that if they're living together, All Might is probably perplexed by the abundance of merchandise and memorabilia in the room of himself. And he's probably also confused why Deku is likely writing in his hero journal all Toshinori does throughout the day. Additionally, the mid-gauntlet is super reminiscent of the full gauntlet in the My Hero Academia movie titled Two Heroes, where All Might's former partner's daughter, named Melissa Shield, gives Midoriya this gauntlet to serve the same purpose. To an extent, this gives canonical reference to the movie, which is a cool thing to see. All Might then gets a call from Hawks, and at the same time, Deku's Danger Sense rang. Hawks was asking how Deku was doing, and at the same time, Deku fled to see what was going on. All Might was shown to be visibly nervous, but Hawks reminded him that finding All For One and Shigaraki first would increase their chance of winning. Hawks also said that he understood All Might is in a difficult position, but he wished for All Might's cooperation. A flashback then happens to when All Might and Deku were in the hospital, and Inka was there and Deku's casts were opened. He could still move his arms and legs, although he might not be able to move them again if he suffered a similar injury. We then see All Might finally tell and explain One For All to Inko. Inko repeated a lot of what All Might said to make sure she wasn't hearing things, such as Deku having the power because he's quirkless, and now being targeted by the enemy because of such given power. All Might said they could protect Deku at UA, but Deku cut them off, saying he will leave UA because Shigaraki can track his location, and they could have come and attacked at any time, and Deku doesn't want anyone else to get hurt given the events of the war and all the damage that were currently just inflicted. Inko said she can't accept it, but Deku said he'll be stronger, and he hugged her, and he told her that he will come home. This panel really got me a bit emotional, truthfully. My mom means everything to me, and the protectiveness of a mom is second to none. Seeing Deku's mom finally see and understand the extent of her son's given power, the responsibility it carries, and the risk it holds really made me grasp how worried she is. Of course, she wouldn't accept that he was going to continue on fighting and living the hero life, but Deku is no longer going to stay a child, as the title suggests. He will get stronger, and he will come home alive. All Might decided when Deku left to go with him, and then he contacted the top three heroes to announce both of them leaving, and Genis agreed and said it's a favorable decision for them. Deku then visited Gran Torino and told him about Nana, and Gran Torino smiled and teased Nana for crying even after she's dead. Gran Torino apologized to Deku because he should be the one to kill Shigaraki, and he also gave his advice to not be obstinate because sometimes killing can be a form of salvation. That quote there reminds me of Android 16's speech to Gohan that there are those whom words alone cannot reach, and because you cherish life, you must protect it, that sometimes it's okay to kill for the right cause. The last page is a full page of Deku and the top three heroes along with All Might teaming up to settle the matter with the League of Villains, and the chapter ends here. Holy hell, guys, this last panel is absolutely bonkers, and seeing all of my favorite heroes team up together to fight against the League of Villains gave me absolute chills. I can't wait to see all of them face off together, and seeing All Might, despite losing One For All and being the scrawny self he currently now is, he's still willing to fight, and it's so inspiring, and it's a testament to the #1 hero he was and will always be. Guys, if you enjoyed this chapter, please consider leaving a like, commenting, or subscribing. I'll be actually coming out with when the official translation drops to actually cover that, because I know right now I've just been covering the spoilers, but I'd love to cover the official translations as well. So whenever those come out, I'll be on the lookout for a video there as well. As always, guys, I'll see you all next time.